Welcome back to another edition of Wrestling Talk here on JD's podcast / JD's Wrestling channel. This Wrestling Talk, I'll be doing Raw review because I was sick yesterday and I missed it, and I'll be doing SmackDown review from last week because I took the week off for Thanksgiving. So let's get into it. We got SmackDown review. We got the stuff with Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. That stuff is still going on. I really enjoy it. I like this in and out from the Miz. I don't know what that's going to turn into, but that'll be good. Bray Wyatt also unveiled his custom championship. It's ugly as F. It's ugly as fuck. It really is. And they're charging over $6,000 for it. But that's stupid too. However, it makes sense. I know there was one floating around already that looked a whole lot better. I don't know if they can use that one or not. But that would have been much better than the one they have now. Disappointment. But all the things with Bray Wyatt, and then at the end of the night, Bray Wyatt takes Daniel Bryan underneath the ring and pulls out some of Daniel Bryan's hair. 8 out of 8, A+. Roman Reigns snaps. Roman Reigns flips out. He destroys, or he goes after Rudolph and Corbin, and buries Robert Roode underneath a announcer's table. 6 out of 8, or 8 out of 8. Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. 8 out of 8. I really hope they keep going with this snap and they involve the Usos and they finally listen and it's a heel turn. Then we got Sheamus is returning. 6 out of 8. B+. I'm getting him at 6 out of 8 because I'm afraid what they're going to do with Sheamus once he is back. Mustafa Ali defeated Drew Gulak by pinfall. 4 out of 8. I like Mustafa Ali. It wasn't that impressive. Poor Drew Gulak. And then we have Sasha Banks and Bayley. They cut a promo. They cut a decent promo. 4 out of 8, but not on them. This is on creative. We end up having Lacey Evans, who's been a heel this whole entire time, come out and be the next person to be challenging Bayley for the championship. I think they dropped the ball. It should have been Nikki Cross. So, yeah, 4 out of 8. Then we have Nikki Cross defeating Sonya Deville. I like this side of Nikki Cross. I like portraying her as her skills. So that gets a 7 out of 8, and plus it's seen the return of now I got freaking Alexa. Anyways, seeing the return of Alexa Bliss. Itch of my nose. So yeah, 7 out of 8, A-. The return of Elias, 6 out of 8. Again, another return that hopefully doesn't get. Let's be honest. I'm giving this more than I should because I'm excited to see Elias back. I like Elias. However, we know that he's just going to be shuffled in the mid-card, and that's it. Then we have New Day defeats Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. That gets a 6 out of 8. It was a good, solid match. The New Day retains. So SmackDown on a whole gets a 6.1 out of 8, B+. With that being said, I'm going to go over the rankings for the last 4 weeks. I'm on week 5 now. So, the first week I did this. I've done this for 4 weeks now. First week I did this, we have NXT winning, then AEW, then SmackDown, and then Raw. Week 2, we had AEW actually winning that week. Then NXT, SmackDown, Raw. Week 3, we had NXT, AEW, SmackDown, then Raw. And then week 4, we have NXT, AEW, SmackDown, and Raw. And it kind of seems to be the pattern so far. And it's just way the I have been ranking them. I just look at the numbers, crunch the numbers in, and that's what I come up with. So let's go with Raw. Mediocre, at best. It had some really good parts. I do have some good parts in here, but it is the crappy parts just bring down Raw. And that is all true WWE fans, all, the ones who we've watched since being a child. We all know that's what it's become. We used to have Raws where they all almost were up there, and then we had a couple, and even back then the mid-card matches were great. We had Eddie Guerrero, we had the top guys be like The Rock and Austin and Triple H and Kane and The Undertaker. And then we had the mid-card guys who sometimes, outshined the top guys. We had Eddie Guerrero, we had Y2J, we had Edge, we had the Hardys, we had Christian, like a plethora of guys that knew what they were doing. And before then, it was the same thing. And we had the top guys, Taker, Hogan, Warrior. We had the mid-card guys, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Razor Ramon. And then, I don't know, they kind of threw all their baskets into Cena and when he did the face change and he started doing the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They started pandering towards that. Then they lost their edge because, taking the show from what it was to PG. Anyways, I can go on and on and on. Then we have Raw. We have Seth Rollins' promo. I'm giving it 8 out of 8 because I'm intrigued where this is going. He played it off like he didn't have anything to do with it. Maybe they're doing a swerve and he didn't. I doubt it. He's going to be behind it, which is fine. Heel Seth with two dudes that big backing him. It's perfect. It gives Razor and Akam, I think, I'm beating up my mic now, something to do. And Kevin Owens is what made this promo good. He sold the shit out of this promo. So, good for you, Kevin Owens. Then it turns into Kevin Owens. He beat Bobby Lashley by disqualification. I give it a 7 out of 8, but the match was good. And we're continuing the storyline of AOP just beating the crap out of Kevin Owens and where that's going. And then we get poor Tozawa. I like Tozawa. When he showed up in NXT, I was excited about Tozawa. But Drew McIntyre beats Tozawa. I am giving it an 8 out of 8 because I like Drew McIntyre. I liked him when he was a mid-card. The first run he had with WWE. I like his old entrance music better than this new one. And then he called out Orton. And then the OC came out. I'm putting both of these as one. OC come out and Drew's like, looks like you have some other issues to work with, and he walked away. But I liked it. I like Drew McIntyre. Then we have Aleister Black and Tony Nese. 4 out of 8. This match did nothing for either competitor. We know what this is what is hard about trying to build up a guy. First of all, it's Aleister freaking Black from NXT. We all know this. I said we all. Talking like everybody watches NXT, and they really should be, but they don't. Anyways, Aleister Black is the shit. So, watching him take on Tony Nese, sorry Tony Nese, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help either of those characters. Tony Nese was a great Cruiserweight champion. This is not help. It didn't help. I cannot wait to see Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. That's the match I want. Then we get No Way Jose versus Eric Rowan. 3 out of 8. Oh, I skipped one. I'll go back. 3 out of 8. This whole Eric Rowan, what's in the cage thing. Yes, sweetie. It's not intriguing. I don't give a rat's ass what's in the cage. So 3 out of 8. I skipped one. We have Young versus Andrade. 2 out of 8. I'm giving it 2 out of 8 because, first of all, what the hell happened to Eric Young? I loved Eric Young and TNA. He's one of the main reasons I watched the damn thing. WWE takes him, gives him a stable in NXT. Good. Believable. Then he just falls off. And you know this is the middle of the Monday Night Raw segment because the 24/7 championship shows up right in the middle of this. Like, you don't care about what these two guys are doing in the ring, which pisses me off because Andrade is great. I know that everybody hated on Alberto Del Rio because he was a dick in the locker room, but his talents were great. Andrade's talents are great. Eric Young's talents are great, and you let a NASCAR driver win the 24/7 championship. We all know the moment that WCW felt. There's plenty of them. One of them is, even he admits it, is having David Arquette as the fucking champion. That's how little you think of your 24/7 championship, is you're letting celebrities beat professional wrestlers. You let him pull up a roll-up, and they all do it the same way. It's the same exact way. It's a simple roll-up on R-Truth, who has kicked out of being pinned by John Cena. I'm gonna let that sink in again. I have watched R-Truth get the 5-knuckle shuffle and kick out. You're telling me he can't kick out of a roll-up done by somebody who doesn't weigh more than 145 pounds? Shame on you. That is killing Raw. 2 out of 8. And then we have the 2-on-1 Flair versus the Kabuki Warriors. Finally, Kabuki Warriors have an entrance music that's not meshed with both of their entrance. That shit was annoying. I gave this an 8 out of 8 just because of the resilience of Flair. I read somebody said that we were really interested in her finding a tag team partner to beat the Kabuki Warriors. No, not really. No. We all know that Charlotte Flair is not a tag team. She is a main event. So, no. I hope this is it for the Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte. But strictly on how talented Charlotte Flair is, how talented the women are who outshine the men, most of the men's matches, and all of them. AEW, I'm not really familiar with their females. I know Cody's, now I can't speak, Cody's wife. I know, what is her name? I know, now I have a brain fart. I know some of them. Emma. God, Emma's awesome. Yeah, anyways. I can't put my finger on it. Anyway, she's running around with Brandy Rhodes. She was awesome. She's awesome. Anyways. So, moving on from this rant. Viking War Raiders squash match again, man. you're failing. You keep doing this, and I'm gonna eventually give it a 0. I like the Viking Raiders. Enough with the squash matches. They are the tag team champions. Last week was good with an actual freaking tag team who's been tag teams has been a tag team forever since they came into this company together. They being Zack Ryder and Curtis Hawkins. But now, enough, man, enough. Who is going to step up to challenge them? Do we really have a tag? We don't even have a tag team division on Raw. Oh my god, pissing me off. The NXT has plethora of men who can tag team together. Well, that's kind of iffy. I think the best tag teams are in AEW. I think they know what they're doing and focus. Now I'm crapping all over the show. See what it does to me? Come on, man. Pull your tag team division out of your ass. Because I was going to say maybe there is one, but there isn't on Raw. And there isn't on SmackDown. And there isn't really one on NXT. You have Undisputed, yes. You have a couple others. The Raw. Yeah, the tag team champions. The AOP is somewhere else. They have their own story going. Yeah, brain fart. Can't think of any other tag teams. See, that's how awful this is. SmackDown, of course, the New Day, the best. See what I mean? You try to tell me in the comment section below. You tell me why AEW has great tag teams. You got the Best Friends. You got the Lucha Brothers. You got the Jurassic Express. You have the Inner Circle. You have Dark Order. And there are a couple other ones I've seen. The best tag team. Matt and Jack. Yeah. See what I mean? That's 6 off the top of my head like that. And like, I can't even think of 2 coming off the other rosters. Oh, Lord. Enough. Anyways, so we end the show with Ray Humberto and Ricochet. I really hate butchering his name. The versus the OC. The OC wins. Solid match. I liked it. Okay, the OC. There we go. There's another tag team. I like the OC. I like them winning. I like them being dominant. Let's keep them that way. Enough of the 50-50 crap. Because I was just complaining the other day because they were just handed a loss not too long ago. Now they're winning. And they're the best tag team in the world. Come on. So, over and all, Raw fails me. It gives them 5.5 out of 8, which technically is a B. It feels like a weak B. It feels like you got that B by copying and pasting somebody else's work. Not saying that's why. I'm just saying that's how the B feels. Now I'm rambling again. Anyways, before I go off on a tangent and Vince has me killed secretly. Oh wait, I have to talk more. So I just watched this interview. Yeah, suck it. So Seth was on backstage, and it sounded like he was told what to say. He was like, well, this isn't going anywhere. I'm just going to drop it. After all that hype with CM Punk, that's where you're going to go with this? You're just going to drop it? Bullshit. That's what you're told to say. You little bitch. You wonder why you went soft. And he's right. The red light with The Fiend has got to go. Don't eat it, man. You kill somebody's eye and be sued. So then I watched an interview with CM Punk. No, he didn't mention Seth Rollins. But he asked him how it feels to be working for WWE, and for the 100th time, he's not working for WWE. He's a Fox employee who gets to say whatever he wants about the WWE. I want his job. I want CM Punk's job. I want to be able to, and he's going about it the right way. He's not just gonna shit on the product to shit on the product. He's not gonna start stuff on purpose. He was asked a question about what Seth Rollins could do. He said, "Get the fuck off Twitter." So he was asked, and he's like, "I know," and he's talking to the guy. He's like, as a sportscaster, he's like, "Do you work for the NFL?" And he goes, "No, but I work in conjunction with the NFL." And he's like, "See, I work in conjunction with the WWE. There's nothing they can do about it." And he's right. He is going to pull Fox money, a lot of money, and WWE can just suck it. And they might want to get over it. And I'm going to ask this question to you guys. Maybe somebody can answer it for me. I really want to ask CM Punk himself. I've never heard this question asked. I want to know how it feels to have, I'm going to say this, I'm going to boldly say this because I feel he has. How he feels about him having influence in Triple H changing the way he does shit. You're like, what? So, NXT is Triple H's, and NXT is the best product WWE has made in a long time. The wrestlers get to see and do whatever they want, mostly, and they get to be and work on their, they get to work on the characters. We had some great mentors in NXT. We still have great mentors in NXT, but it does not sound like the Triple H who was behind the scenes during Punk's run when he had Kevin Nash coming in. So you got to think, after firing Punk and not listening to his demands and not listening to him complain about being broken and keep drilling him, I wonder if after the fact, with everybody getting on his case about, burying talent and being a dick, I wonder if that changed him when he took over NXT. When he looked at these group of guys and went, I have got to do something different. This is no longer about me. And it's not. He only shows up during huge announcements, and he showed up to open the show on USA. That's it. I've seen less of Triple H than I've ever seen in the McMahons after the whole thing had died off and they were useless. So, I just want to ask Punk, let's get this viral. Maybe he'll answer me. I doubt it. Everybody tag Punk in the comments. I'm putting this all over, tag in a minute. I have to ask him, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the change in Triple H? And do you think it is legit? With that being said, much love, JD.